DPLS stock, DarkPulse Inc. It closed the session on the 20th of September 2021 at $0.0941, a retracement of 4.71%. 28.4 million shares crossed the tape during that session, and we have a position in DarkPulse Inc. So what we're looking at right now is that DarkPulse hasn't really shown any indication that it might resume the upward or the bullish trend that we all know it for, that has been occurring, and that the underlying trend is indicating. What we're looking at right now is a bearish tendency since I think the 24th of August, and we can see that it's likely to continue. We can see it retraced downwards to $0.112 as at the 1st of September, but moved up again above the 50-day moving average to $0.16, but it didn't stay up there, retraced, and then again on the 14th of September it tried to move up again and it didn't do so. So by certain measures, a lot of market technicians will conclude that this stock is likely to continue to retrace in the near term. That is likely to be the case, based on historically, this is what they will not likely to conclude. So it's been trading below this, below all of its short and intermediate moving average. That is the 10-day, 20-day, and the 50-day moving averages for like 14 sessions now, I believe. I think up to 14 sessions or thereabout. So it could be less or more, but that's what's going on now. So, but all in all, this is also an opportunity for those who are into the stock for the long term to consolidate their position and probably buy more. So that's what's going on right now with DPLS. You can see the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator that is tracking the momentum is signifying that the stock is definitely oversold at the moment. I think the unbalanced volume indicator may also signify that as well. The MACD definitely below the signal line as well. RSI, okay, still holding up just above 30 at 40.04, 40.04, or 44.4. So it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend. Yes, although its MACD is presently below the signal line, shares still remain 103.8% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. It's lagging the S&P 500. Momentum, as we indicated, is strongly bearish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is below 20, the level which may not have this called oversold, as we indicated earlier on. This means that investors have been actively selling shares and driving the price lower. Yes, that's the truth. Today's the volume for that session, the 20th of September, was lighter than usual, trading 28.369 million shares versus an average of 145.878 million shares per day during the last 12 months. The unbalanced volume indicator is bearish. The slope of the indicator is negative and suggests that there is a lack of buying interest. So that's what's going on. And we also have volatility of 469.8%. So I think what that indicates is that even though this stock has this float of 4.879 million shares, and there's even more that are issuable, but that's not the case, right? That's not the point right now. It seems, going by that volatility, that at various times, the average volume, we can see the average volume is about, for the last 90 days, 97.935 million. Okay, for the last, I think for the last 80 days, last 30 days, Yahoo Finance has it at 87 million as well. So I think for some time now, within that period, that's the volume, that particular sort of volume, about 90 million or thereabout, has governed the volatility of the stock. That's the level of participation, that it indicates the level of participation. Only about 90 million are being traded, and probably 90 million, if you multiply that 90 million by by this sort of figure. You just call it roughly 10 cents, so we're talking about $9 million, only $9 million, that on the average has, that the sort of figures that moves around. Maybe it's to some extent, it may, because it's relatively a small volume, compared to the entire volume, or it's a relatively small volume, indicating that not everybody who owns shares in DPLS actually gets involved. So because of that, you can see it's a tiny fraction, not even up to 10% of the entire float. Maybe that is what is behind this volatility we're looking at right here, which is at 469.8 million. So maybe a lot of folks who indeed, like us, we hardly sell anything, even though we hardly have anything. Our position is just only 300, but it seems a good number of those who own positions don't actually trade it. So it's probably because of the activity of maybe short day traders that has left the volatility where it is right now. So these are the sort of things we need to look at, and indeed they are also the folks who may also be behind this retracement we're looking at right now. But it provides us yet a better opportunity to pick up more shares. If this is a stock a lot of us want to remain or hold on to for some time. So yes, I don't think many of us are faced by this sort of retracement we are looking at right now. So see what you make of what's going on right now. So there's also a news out there. This came out as at the 17th of September. That was Friday, 17th of September. It says they are offering up to $25 million of shares to GHS. So this is up till August 19, 2022, and the shares outstanding, we have that at 4.879 million, which is also up, I think the same as the float as well. So we have an interesting figure here. It says the number of shares of our common stock to be outstanding before this offering is based on 4.879 billion shares of our common stock outstanding as of September 15th, 2021, and excludes as of such date any common stock issuable pursuant to shares Series D preferred stock outstanding as of September 15th, 2021, which includes 27.648 billion shares of our common stock issuable pursuant to the conversion of Series D preferred stock. So just note this in mind. There are also 27.648 billion shares of DPLS common stock issuable. This is the sort of things you have to know. This is as it concerns further due diligence. So, well, see what you make of DPLS stock, and it's technically a buy, and a good opportunity for us market participants to continue to pick up more and more positions. But digest that disclosure. You're going to find that the link to that disclosure we looked at right now in the description box below. And thank you very much for watching this video.